I feel so fortunate just to be here, just to be involved in ACN. I worked very, very hard in college. I had spent 4 years at Princeton University. I got an engineering degree. I was also spending 40 hours a week training for track and field, because all I ever really wanted to do was to run track and field full-time for the United States. So about 6.5 years ago, a very good friend who was the captain of the Stanford track team, he called me. His roommate had taken a look at a great opportunity, which was ACN. His roommate was on the UCLA heart transplant team, and they brought me down to a presentation, and about 10 minutes in, I knew exactly what I wanted to do for the next 5 to 10 years. I called up my parents that night and said, no more engineering, I'm focusing on ACN. My dad always wanted me to work within the family business, and I kind of resisted going in that direction. But with ACN, this is a family business. I get to work with my mom, I get to work with my dad, and because of ACN, it looks like my parents are going to be able to retire, and I'm going to be able to give back to them, which is a great feeling.
I've actually been self-employed most of my working life, but the real difference with ACN is that I now have a long-term residual income. In just 12 months, we have a residual income that most Australians work for a lifetime and never achieve. So now we're semi-retired, we've got a home on the river in the country, and we can be close to our grandchildren. Anyone can have success with ACN if they're committed and apply self-discipline and not be influenced by the negative opinions of others. Your thoughts and imaginations are the only real limits in this business. Since I've been with ACN, I have a great desire to help others reach their full potential. I also consider myself a student of success, wanting to learn from others who have been successful in this company. That's where I find the inspiration and motivation to continue my success, because my business only grows to the extent that I grow personally and can impart this wisdom to others in my team.
One of the co-founders told me one time, the person that makes the most mistakes makes the most money, and I went, yes, I'm going to be rich, because I'd made so many mistakes. My first goal initially, because of my lack of confidence, was to make $50 a week to take my kids to brunch every Sunday, because I hate to cook. You know, I figured if I could make a couple $100 a month, I could do that doing anything. So if I set my goals that low, I wouldn't have to fail one more time. And that's really my mindset when I started out. But what happened was we were able to realize some things that we were dreaming about, and then some things we never even dared dream about. It's given us the opportunity to have 7 days a week of Saturdays, to be there for our kids on the snow days, the summer days, the sick days, the half days, to go on field trips. You know, to be able to do what we choose to do. It gave us a quality of life. It's about choices. In fact, I named my company within this company Choices, because that's the one word to me that epitomizes what this opportunity will give you. It's about a quality of life that is second to none, where you are in total control, where you have the time and the money together in your life.
I attended the first ever presentation of ACN on European soil. It was December '98. They said they were coming to Europe in a couple of months. They kept their word. They came. The business has been absolutely fantastic. I was a pioneer. I was prepared to pay that price, and I'm really pleased I did, because everything is in place today. Everything is just perfect the way we need it, and so many people have been able to change their lives thanks to this business opportunity.
So when I was able to get into a position really quickly, in 4 months, I hit team coordinator. And in my 5th month, I doubled my dad's income. So that got my dad's attention. He goes, wait a second, you're doubling my income and you're working this networking thing? He goes, okay, I guess you proved it to me, Mike, I'm going to get in. So he gets in, and we work together. 7 months later, working with him, actually in 8 months of me working it, I became debt-free. That got the attention of my Uncle Gino, who was a vice president of a company. He goes, wow, now I was making more money than him then. So he freaked out. He goes, wait a second, you're making more money than me, and this thing, and he saw the lifestyle I had. I was debt-free, you know, I was living a great life, and only 8 months of doing it. So he gets in, and this is what they're thinking. If Mike can do it, why can't we do it? You know, the waiter from Chili's could do it. Why can't we do it, you know? And so a lot of my friends started jumping in the business, because they're like, wait a second, Basuti's the brokest friend we knew. You know, now he's the richest guy we know, because, you know, they were all my buddies, and they go, wait a second. So they all start getting in. It was fun working with all my friends and working with my family, and we were able to build a significant business. Before ACN, I was living with my dad. So you can imagine the difference of lifestyle doing ACN and being able to enjoy all those benefits of being successful within ACN. and I'm very thankful to the company and the founders.
My start was tragic. I didn't know anything about it. I had no idea about network marketing. I don't know anything about telecommunication. I still don't know much about telecommunication, but I understand that if I talk to people enough, it will work. It was quite a big deal from the beginning, since I was working full-time and was running the family farm in the morning. We was feeding cows and pigs and turkeys and ducks and chickens and hens and dogs, and yeah, you know how it is on the farm. So we were very busy, and but it's always time for 15 minutes on a Tuesday, 2 or 3 hours on a Saturday, Sunday to talk with some friends. So I think it took up to about 5,000 euros a month before we decided that it was good for us. In my heart, I really believe that ACN fits for everyone, and I do mean everyone. From 18 years and up. In reality, it's only working for people that is interested in developing themselves. The timing is perfectly positioned because ACN is not an experiment. We know it's working. It's working in 18 different countries. I've been a client for 5 years, so I know it's working. I've been a mobile client for a couple of years, and that's working too. And people are satisfied with the services, and that's one of the foundations to have a good business. My plans is to be in all the countries that ACN will be operating in before I'm 50 years old, and I think I will have a business that is bigger than the telecom in the country where I'm coming from.
My ultimate goal when I got started was to make an extra $1,000 a month. I didn't have a big vision of where this could lead me 6 years later. I just wanted an extra $1,000 a month so I had some free time with my family. And as we got started, we worked hard. We had a lot of success early in our career, and it's just continued for the last 6 years. And today we see ourselves involved in 14 countries around the world. You know, the Australian marketplace and out throughout Asia, that expansion there. If you had asked me 6 years ago, or told me 6 years ago that my life would end up 6 years later where it's ended up today, there was no way. I mean, 6 years ago, I didn't even know my neighbors' names. I lived 8 years in the same house and couldn't even tell you their names. I was an extreme introvert. You know, I didn't have a vision of where this company would take me, and yet today, now I look out 10 years from today, and I can imagine where our business is going to be in multiple countries around the world, hundreds of thousands of customers, and our life's just changed so dramatically, and it's been because of ACN, and I'm just so thankful that ACN's allowed me the opportunity to help others succeed, because you don't do it alone. I'm not up here speaking today because of anything I've accomplished. It's a group of people that I've been able to help, and I'm just so thankful that ACN's provided the environment where I could help others succeed.
I said, you know what, I'm going to try something for the first time in my life. I'm going to listen to people that are exactly where I want to be. I said, well, maybe I should just do what they do, and eventually I'll get what they get, and that's what happened. Then I decided to go full-time. 2 years in, I hit regional vice president, and that's when my lifestyle began to change. If I realized that ACN was this good 6 years ago when I got started, I would have worked 100 times harder than I did. This has been the most incredible, life-changing experience, and I can't wait to bring a lot of other people with me.
My previous career, up until the age of 29, was a rock musician. I had the dreams of the rock star home, but I never achieved those big dreams. And so, you know, that's when I first looked into the idea of starting my own network marketing business. I didn't have a lot of money. I had no credibility. I had no background in business. And what I loved is that they were going to train us and teach us everything we needed to know. So when I learned about ACN, I switched my focus completely because I never really looked at services as an opportunity. And I said, that's intriguing because there's a real residual income built into that. The more I studied ACN, the more intrigued I was for the long term because it's a business that reinvents itself.
And being my own boss is wonderful. It is a gift in life. I love the freedom and the opportunity it gives me to be creative, and I believe I live a fuller life because of it. Now I have a lifestyle of choices. There is just no better lifestyle. And as an example, I just bought a new black Saab Sports Turbo convertible, and I just love it. Here I am close to 60 years of age and driving around with the hood down. It's fantastic. This journey will change people's lives like never before, and I'm really excited. Due to deregulation, there is a wonderful opportunity for us as ACN reps to work in the telecommunications industry. The benefits are unlimited. In this exciting industry, Who knows what the next new product growth will be? One thing is for sure, ACN will be at the forefront of any growth market. The founders believe in this company, and I believe in this company, and that's enough evidence to get on board and join us for an incredible journey.